is chicken pot pie time. What do we got here? So we have half an onion, your peas and your carrots, cream cheese, 1 brick, a little over half a stick, probably 3/4 stick of butter, salted, unsalted, cup of flour. I need some chicken broth. It's about a little over a cup, and then mushrooms are optional for those of us that love fungi. So all you do is you stick your butter in the pan. We're gonna make a roux. Okay, got the spoon now. So Mom is over there deboning the chicken. Again, like I said, anything you can do to cut time, make it easier on yourself, do. All right. So we add about just a quarter. You want to stir really rapidly.
And what is this for again?
It's the base of your overall sauce. So there's about a total of half a cup in there. So what happens is this thickens. We're going to add the chicken stock to it. And that's going to give us a good seasoning. So we see how that's nice and golden. It's getting a little thicker and a little thicker. Cooking that butter out. So that was about half a cup. Maybe just a touch more. You can use a whisk if you want. And you just want to keep this moving so it doesn't burn. Okay, now we're going to use about a total of 3 cups.
The chicken broth?
The chicken broth, yes. You can use beef broth if you're using beef. You could use vegetable. You can use water. Pretty much any liquid. So.
You use the chicken why?
Because we're making chicken pot pies to stay with the same flavor. But this is roughly about 2 cups of liquid in there. As you can see, it's starting to break down a little bit. As it breaks down even more, it's going to get nice and thick. Alrighty, so we're back. So we've used half a cup of flour. We've used 3 cups of chicken stock and 3/4 of a stick of butter. And this is what we're at right now. This is what your roux looks like. A little thick, but more runny than thick. This is what we want because we still have to add in the cream cheese, which is this. So we add it in now. And once this starts to melt, then we'll add the peas, the carrots, the onions, the mushrooms. Get that mixed and then toss in the chicken. So this takes just a few minutes. And we're still not going to season just yet. We're not going to season till just before we put the chicken in. For it to break down. So once it breaks down, we'll be back. Alright, so frozen peas and carrots. And frozen is the best, yes. Because as this sits here and boils and cooks, these cook as well. Now we're gonna come over here and get our adult beverage. Okay, our onions that we pre-cut. Now don't worry about the onions that much, cooking them beforehand, because they don't sweat so much. Not nearly as much as the mushrooms do. And these are sauteed beforehand, again, because we sweat them out. That way we don't have an unfortunate balance of water we're not calculating. So now it's nice and thick, right? Oh, look at that. Now comes the chicken. So this is the shredded chicken from, I believe we got this one at Fry's today. The wife did. So we just add that straight in. Mix it all up and look at this. So we're making the wells as well as the sides for the chicken pot. So again, theme of today is easy. So we just got Grand honey baked layers biscuits, and each biscuit we're doing about 3 separate ones, and then we stretch each third out like this. It takes roughly 4 for the sides and 1 for the bottom. So it takes a biscuit and a half, almost a little over a biscuit and a half. So we're COVID-19 free. We've washed our hands and all that fancy crap. So you just set it in there and just go to the next one. And again, so we set these in at 350. We go for 22 minutes, and we gauge based upon not only the tops but the sides. So the great thing about the Pyrex glass here is you can see through the side, and you can see if it's starting to brown. You want it slightly brown through the sides. We have the dishes, the puff pastry dishes that are ready, and welcome back. This is the finished product. Note, I did add more seasoning, so season to taste before you put in the chicken pot pies, because it's hard to season at that point. So season when it's still in here. Makes it much easier to do. Okay? Alright, so this is the 4-cup. We did this one because it's bigger, easier to show. So again, just layer your biscuits around the side and on the bottom. Make sure you don't have any open areas poking through, and you're good to go. So filling this bad boy up, just scoop it into however much you want. Just be mindful at the end that you're not going too. Okay, super cool part is once you get the first couple on there, I like to go through and pinch the sides a little bit. Creates a nice barrier to where everything should stay on the inside. Again, occasionally use okra, jalapenos, bell peppers, corn, broccoli, beef, turkey, jackfruit, dog meat if the dogs aren't behaving, because we're in communist China in a couple of weeks with this COVID-19. See, he already knows what's going on. You heard him. Alright, so it's time to cook. So here's what we have. We have the 6 small ones, normal people meals, and then the Jason meals. Okay, so when you go to cook these, you got to be wary. Cook time is different between the big one and the small one drastically, so don't put them in together. So we've got the Breville set at 350.
You're going to set your Breville at 300 for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how well you like your biscuits.
Is because it's going to cook through the glass. It's going to take longer to cook through the glass than it is through the top down. So go on lower setting. Should speed up the bottom cook time significantly, so the inside of the Pyrex and the dough gets cooked when the top finishes. Okay? So with us, how thick they are, the cook time. So the around 18-minute mark, just keep an eyeball on them. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and they look really good. Look at that, yeah, too bad he didn't have smell of it. Right, and there's the finished product right there. Delicious. So there's a time variance on the Breville. So it's 300 degrees at 22 minutes, not 350 at 20. You'll get that. Yum, yum. There's Mooms. And then there's the dog. He's going to be communist China food next week. He doesn't like that.